Hi, today I'm going to show you how to log on to and use the River City online e-catalog. The easiest way to access the online e-catalog if you have Windows Vista, Windows 7, or Windows 8 with a Start button is to access it through the Start button. So let's give that a try. So click Start, All Programs, Accessories, and then look for Remote Desktop Connection. If that seems like a lot to remember, you can always go down to the search bar, type in remote, and you'll see remote desktop connection under the programs heading. Let's go ahead and click that. First thing we need to do is tell it which computer we wish to log into. For the online e-catalog, it is River City Millwork-ec.com. Before we hit connect, there are a few options I do want to make you aware of. First is under the display section. Make sure that the display configuration slider is all the way towards large. You'll see full screen at the bottom. This will ensure that the online e-catalog will have the maximum screen space allocated to it, which will minimize scroll bars. Secondly, let's look at the local resources tab. If you do want to use cut and paste, make sure that the clipboard checkbox is checked. If you want to print locally, whether they be quotes, orders, or other project information, make sure that the printer's checkbox is checked. Click on More. If you do want to save files locally, and we do recommend that you save files on the server for a variety of reasons. If you do access the online e-catalog from more than one computer or device, saving the files on the server drive does ensure that any projects will be available to any computer or device that you connect with. But if you do need to save locally, make sure that that drive's checkbox is checked. Okay, so let's hit connect. And the first thing I'll have to do is log into the online computer. Chances are the first time you use it, the River City account won't be there, so select Use Another Account. The username is River City. The password is River City. If you don't want to have to enter in the username and password when you connect, make sure that the Remember My Credentials checkbox is checked. Select OK. This will log you on to the remote computer and start the online e-catalog application. The first thing you'll see is going to be the online e-catalog login screen. This is a little bit different than what you've been used to with the desktop version of the online e-catalog. We do need you to log in so that we can access your settings and your hard drive space on the server. So go ahead and enter in the email address that you provided River City Millwork, and then enter the password that they provided you when they set you up with the online service. Once those are filled in, you can click Login, and you can begin using the online e-catalog in much the same way that you do with the desktop version. If you do forget your password, and you do use your email address as your login, you can enter your email address, click Forgot Password, and an email will be sent to you with your password. Okay, so what happens if I have Windows 8 and I don't have a Start button? I'm using it in the Metro mode. You can access the online e-catalog through the Apps tiles. The fastest way to get to that is by holding down your Windows button and pressing Q. That'll bring up the apps list. Click the remote desktop tile. Again, we do need to enter in the computer address, which is rivercitymillwork-ec.com. Go ahead and click connect. The first time you do this, it may take a couple of moments while it's configuring the system. Click Use Another Account. Again, the username is River City. The password is River City. Click Remember My Credentials if you don't want to have to enter that in again, and click OK. And this will take us back to the same login screen where you'll fill in your email address and password, click Login, and then you'll begin using the online e-catalog. Okay, so what if you don't have access to remote apps? And it is possible that some IT departments don't allow remote desktop applications. In that case, you can still access the online e-catalog using an internet connection and Internet Explorer. The online e-catalog is built using a Microsoft technology, so you will have to access it using Internet Explorer version 6.0 or later. It will not work with Chrome, Firefox, Opera, or Safari. So the address to get to the online login screen is rivercity.mdecat.com. Click Enter. You'll see a login page. If your page does not appear as it does on this screen, there could be a couple of things going on. First of which, again, you could be using Firefox, Chrome, Safari, or Opera, in which case close them down and fire up your Internet Explorer. Secondly, there is an ActiveX control that is required, and if that is not installed, you'll see a screen or a tab right underneath your top toolbar tab, a little button here that will say Install an ActiveX control. Go ahead and install that ActiveX control, refresh the screen, and then you will see a page that will look very similar to this. A couple of things I do want to point out before we log on to the online e-catalog. There is some additional information that can be found from the screen. If at any point you do want to connect to the online e-catalog using a Mac or an iPad, click on this link. It will provide you with some instructions on how to set up the online e-catalog using several applications that we have tested, which can be downloaded via the iTunes App Store. Some are free, some are paid. All that information can be gotten from this link. If you want to use a Chromebook or Android device, click on this link. Again, you'll find information on apps that will allow you to connect to the online e-catalog from a Chromebook or an Android device. The Windows setup video is this video that you're watching right now, so if you ever want to refer back to it, you can come to this page. This will take you to the video. Finally, I do want to point out that there is a shortcut to an installer which will install a desktop icon. If you can install a desktop icon, this is the easiest way to access the online e-catalog. It'll put a shortcut on your desktop. Double click, log in, and you'll be ready to go with your online e-catalog. But if you want to proceed with the online e-catalog via Internet Explorer, go ahead and click this link, hit connect. Again, you'll need to enter a username and password, River City. Click Remember My Credentials if you don't want to have to enter that again. Click OK. This again will take you to the same online e-catalog login screen where you'll enter your email address, password, and click Login. So that is a quick introduction to how you can access the online e-catalog. If you have any additional questions, please contact your River City representative for some more help. Thank you.